This is example 1 in section 5.6. And the example states, a telephone survey of 600 randomly selected people was conducted in an urban area. Survey determined that 76% of people from ages 18 to 34 years of age have a social networking account. Results are accurate within plus or minus 4 percentage points, 19 times out of 20. Now, the big question we're asked, how can these results be interpreted if the total population of 18 to 13-year-olds is 92,500? So, obviously, they couldn't go out and survey everyone and do a census. So they conducted a survey of 600 people. So we're going to determine how accurate are these results. How much faith could you put into them? So the question now is calculate the range of people that have a social networking account and determine the certainty of the results. So we're going to do a couple of things here now before we get started. What we're going to find out. First, we need to have an understanding of what the margin of error is. So the margin of error. Then we're going to find the confidence interval. After that, we'll find a confidence level. And then the number of people. Within the confidence level. Okay, first the margin of error. Look back to our question. We see that margin of error is plus or minus 4 percentage points. So right now, we know from that plus or minus 4 percentage points. From that, we can find the confidence interval. So the confidence 76 percentage, or that 76% of the people have a social networking account. So what they're saying is that their results are accurate plus or minus 4%. So it could be 4% higher or 4% lower. So the interval would range from 80% down to 72%. So that's the confidence interval. Now the confidence level is here, 19 times out of 20. They're saying that their results should work out to what they've expected. Now if you want that out of 100, so we'll change it to a fraction of 100. So 95 times out of 100 we would get these results, or 95% of the time we would anticipate those results, that this survey should hold true. Now, our last question, and it comes from here, calculate the range of people who have a social networking account. So the range of people, so what are the number of people within the confidence level? So there's 92,500 people. Oops, here. So right there. And so we're going to apply a confidence interval here. So we know that there are 92,500 people. Now from the survey, they said that 76% of all people between the ages 18 and 34 should have a social networking account. Now if we apply that to the larger population, 92,000, so what they're expecting is that 76% of the whole population of 92,500 should have a social networking account, and that will be 70,300 people they're expecting to have an account. But they also state that may not be that number of people, that there is a percentage of error they expect. They don't expect to be right 100% of the time. And what they've said is that they expect a 4% error rate. So 4% of 92,500 people is 3,700 people. So if they were absolutely correct with the survey, if everything worked out perfectly, they would expect to see 70,300 people with a networking account. Or it could be 4% higher, or 3,700 people higher. Or it could be 4% lower, or 3,700, or less by 3,700. So based on their percent error, the results could be so low as 66,600 people who have an account, or they could be so high as 74,000 people have an account. But if they were absolutely dead on correct, 70,300 people have an account. But they can't guarantee that. The confidence interval is that they are 95% confident that their results are correct with a 4% margin of error.